WOGL HD3 Philadelphia, a radio.com station. Now, live from the Malamut and Associates Law Studios. Welcome to Style Club Radio with Philadelphia's own Josh DeMarco, an international star who's reshaping the men's grooming business around the world.
Men's grooming is more than just hair, right? It's you know, there's a great saying, and it's so simple. It really is so simple. If you look good, feel good, do good.
The co-host of Style Club Radio, it's Philly's superstar of design and self-proclaimed creator of tomorrow's unique style, Steve Sanchez.
You know what I mean? So it's basically a head-to-toe look. So with your clothes, your hairstyle, the facial hair, however you like carry yourself, you know, it's your accessories, all of that kind of has to go together.
This is Style Club Radio with Josh DeMarco, Steve Sanchez, Michelle Miller, and friends from around the fashion globe. Presented by True Beauty Concepts, one of Philadelphia's most iconic providers of everything style. And now, Style Club Radio. Style Club Radio.
Welcome, Philadelphia. We are back at Style Club Radio. It is myself, Josh DeMarco, with my great co-host, Steve Sanchez.
Hi. I'm here in the House of Dapper.
Yes, in the House of Dapper. And who is next to you in the House of Dapper, Steve?
Another amazing co-host / producess.
Producer. I love it.
Michelle Miller.
Hey.
Welcome.
Well, we have a fun show today.
Yeah, we do. And hopefully, speaking of fun, hopefully this freaking humidity is almost done. It is
so
wrapping up the summer, and I'm over it. I am.
So over it.
I went to Northeast winter. I do.
What?
Actually, no, I'm over it too. I agree with you.
Oh, it's terrible. Like, this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm excited about? I feel like so many people in Philly leave and they go to the shore, and then it changes the economy here. But I think knowing the couple of great guests that we have on today, I think it's important to say that I'm excited for the fall, because that means kind of our local economy comes back, and how important it is to like eat, shop, drink, and contribute to organizations and businesses that help make our area amazing.
I concur.
Yeah.
Agree. So important.
You know, it's
like,
yeah. See, people love the summer, and for the simple fact that the city's not as busy. Everyone goes to the shore. But you're right. When everyone's back after their summer vacations, like it's great.
It's a boost in the economy.
A huge boost in the economy. So, what do you guys think about this year's Made in America lineup? I don't even know what it is. Do you?
You just sounded so old and tired. I mean, like, clearly Josh Margo won't be at Made in America.
No, you know why? Because now when I hear who's playing, I really do feel like I've never heard of any of them.
That's
not
true. I mean, there's some great ones. But, I mean, you know what's cool? That it's here in Philly. Like, that we have this concert that's, like, so big on a national level that's here on the Parkway. It's, like, pretty awesome. It is... I am old, though. Like, I don't know that... I've gone a couple times. You're standing with thousands of people to listen to great music, but I have, like, a Apple HomePod that also plays great music.
Right. Same.
So I feel like I could curate my own lists. But what are some of the restaurants that you guys are excited about coming back for?
Let's just jump back to that. Let's explain a little bit more what that event is. Because I've never been.
Oh, really?
Made in America. Like, it's just a big concert, or is it like a...
It's a huge, like, it's a music festival, like 2-day long, created by Jay-Z and Live Nation, and is very, very current with, like, a lot of top artists. And it's cool because they're bringing them all here to Philly instead of New York or LA or, you know, lots of other cities that, you know, people might consider, but Philly's amazing, and that show kind of helps highlight just how international and hip and cool we are.
It's August 31st, right? It's next week. It's before Labor Day, or it's Labor Day weekend. It's a big deal. And I'm like looking through the lineup, like, all right, Cardi B, cool, Travis Scott, Lizzo, never heard of her.
Lizzo? Oh my God, I love Lizzo.
Da Baby, Juice WRLD. Blueface, Lil Uzi Vert.
I've heard of him. Okay, there's like 5 that I know.
Yeah, but when it first started, it was like 9 Inch Nails and Jay-Z. It was cool. I feel like it's very young now.
Well, you're just not cool enough.
It's either really young or I'm getting really old.
We're getting older.
Old. Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, I didn't want to hear that.
So, all right, Made in America. What else, Michelle? What else you got going on?
Well, I think
all the local business. So what's your favorite restaurants in the city that start promoting?
there's so many. I mean, we have like Dandelion. We're gonna be talking to them next week. That's exciting.
Yeah.
We're gonna have like their GM and their head chef on. I'm excited about
That'll
that.
be amazing.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll bring a burger for you, Josh.
You better.
Josh is
That's his favorite.
Do you know for like a year and a half of eating there, I never knew their burger had bacon, and I don't eat bacon, yet I eat their burger every time.
Oh, no. So now do you get it with no bacon, or you just keep it as is?
No, I keep it as is, because it's not
so
the same
good.
burger.
Yeah.
And speaking of food, actually, I had something today that really... I wish I remember the client. So in the shop the other day, we were talking to somebody who had the gall to say that Shake Shack now has chicken nuggets, and they're better than Chick-fil-A, which caused a lot of controversy in the shop. Yeah, I mean, no one's better than Chick-fil-A. So, in my opinion, chicken nuggets. So we go to Shake Shack today.
I frown upon Chick-fil-A.
Guys, I like Shake Shack,
reasons.
but your nuggets are not good.
Oh, you've tried them?
Yeah, they weren't good at all. I still actually kind of feel sick from them.
Oh, you had them today?
Oh.
They were like really deep fried and just not good. So whoever told me they were better, you lied.
Oh.
Whatever person that was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite restaurant that you've been craving?
I have so many. I love Jane G's, which is
Just
in
went there last
Rittenhouse. It's an amazing woman named Jane G. Go figure. And it's Szechuan style food. It's awesome.
So good.
So good. I love them.
And she works hard, and she's always in the restaurant. And I met her last time Victor and I went there, and
she told us. Actually.
Yeah, right.
She
I love it.
everybody.
Right, she's so sweet.
Yeah. I think she said you're crazy, eccentric, wild friends. And we said,
From
Steve
LA.
and Victor.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, good description.
How about the guests we're having on today? Today we're doing 2 different guests, which I think is really exciting. One of them is an incredible community partner, Sky Community Partners. How about that? That's their name. Doing amazing work in the neighborhoods that need them the most, providing scholarships for kids to go to private schools and kind of getting them out of the school districts that they have. And then we have an amazing new entrepreneur coming on with a business coming to Old City soon, which is exciting. It's good timing.
I know.
Back from the summer.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm really interested to talk to him because one of the people I work with happens to think that there is no good Mexican food in Philadelphia, and it's all average because he's from California. So
was that me?
Birdie, no.
Oh, okay.
You're
a
also
little birdie told me that our next guest specializes in burritos.
What?
And if you know me, I love saying that, like these people know me, but I love burritos. I love a good burrito. I disagree. I think Philly has amazing Mexican food. I could rattle off my list. I'll do it online if I don't want to bore people. But
I need that list.
We
Steve
clearly
Sanchez from LA is like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, right? I need that list.
We've clearly been talking about food. We love food. Philadelphia has so much food. I mean, so much great food. We really do. We're a very lucky city with. I mean, I think we have one of the best food cities in America.
I'd agree with you.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Totally.
Coming from California, it's incredible food, and I've gained so much weight, and now I'm on a diet. So every time we talk about food, my mouth just starts watering.
We have great gyms as well.
Yes, me too.
I know, but I've also gained a lot of weight moving to Philly. I think it's hard to not eat all the delicious things that we have. I mean, there's just so many great restaurants.
Well, let's take a quick break and talk about some delicious things. We're going to be back right after this with John Hearn, the co-owner of Roots Cafe and Florida Soul Consultant. We'll be back right after this. Style Club Radio with Josh DeMarco, Steve Sanchez, Michelle Miller.
This is Style Club Radio with Josh DeMarco, Steve Sanchez, and Michelle Miller.
If you are listening, you could be watching. We're streaming live on Facebook, and you can interact with us on Instagram at Style Club Radio.
Thanks, guys. Right now we are in the studio with John Hearn, the co-owner of Roots Cafe and Florida Soul Consulting. And John, I'm looking at your shirt right now. It says Westchester. I went to Westchester. We call it the Best Chester.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so tell us about you. I mean, I hear you're like the king of burritos.
Yeah.
I love burritos.
Yeah.
So do I.
So just tell us about yourself and what you have coming to the city.
Sure. So my partner and I, his name is Dan Marola. We own a small cafe out in Westchester called Roots Cafe. It's a farm to table. We try to get everything as local and sustainable as possible. It's about 35 seats inside, 35 seats outside.
Wow.
Our mushrooms come right from some guy pulling up in a pickup truck from
Kennett
Kennett Square. Yeah, exactly. Our dinner menu changes seasonally. Our brunch menu changes seasonally. So, and then a couple years ago, somebody asked us to help them open up a restaurant So we were like, hey, this is something that apparently there's a need for. And
so you're like consulting.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So, and it's not necessarily where, like, we know the best. It's just, like what we're doing right now. The owner of JJ Bootleggers is opening up a burrito concept, and he just needed some help. He owns a successful business already, and he just wanted an extra pair of hands on it to help him get it open. So we're opening a Benito Burrito over on 212
Benito,
Market.
is that
Benito.
Beautiful?
It does.
Masculine. See, Patrick Hardy. Yeah. Go. I speak Spanish.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So Benito Burrito.
Benito Burrito, and it's a really cool concept. We make our own tortillas in-house. The dough, when you come in, you walk in, and it's this beautifully small place where you walk in, walk up to the line, your tortilla gets pressed right in front of you.
Wow.
Get to fill it with all the products that we have. And the cool thing with us is that everything is organic, grass-fed, local, within 150 miles. All of our proteins are top-notch, best quality you can get. And so,
wow.
So where are you guys going to be located? I can't wait to try it.
Oh, my gosh. I'm going off the diet for this one.
Yeah, 212 Market Street.
Oh, that's a great location.
So you guys in Bootleggers?
No, it's actually the same owner. So Mark Harris is his name, and he owns JJ Bootleggers. And a couple months ago, he really wanted to do this burrito concept because I believe his daughter really likes a brand out there called Pancheras.
Pancheras. So what's it? How are you like the king of burritos? Or I just made that up. The king.
I am.
But what's your background? How do you have like such a love for burritos?
I'm a chef, but I don't know if any other chef feels this. I'm not a picky eater at all. I don't need to go out to fancy restaurants at all. Like, I'm happy with a burrito.
Yeah.
So I was like, as soon as we heard this, we were like, sign us up. Where do we sign? Where do we sign up?
What are the hours? Like, I know I actually first moved to Old City when I moved to Philly, and it was like a rowdy, fun place. So, like, is this somewhere you go for lunch and dinner, or are you guys going to do like the late night thing, or like what is it going to be about?
All the above. So we'll be open from 11 a.m. till 11 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and then we'll be open till 3 in the morning Fridays and Saturdays. So you'll be able to come in for lunch, dinner, and after the bar crawl.
Are you going to list on Uber Eats if I'm lazy?
We are. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my God,
take
that's
advantage of all
awesome.
those.
Steve was like, I live in Rittenhouse. I don't necessarily want to go to Old City. So far.
Or I'll take Uber there and get it.
I think that works out.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
I think it's going to be really cool. There's not a whole lot of, like you said earlier, there's not a whole lot of, high quality ingredients in the Mexican food and burrito scene in Philadelphia as far as, I know. So we're super excited.
Is there like a signature special burrito that you guys are really proud of that you kind of conceptualized? That
There is. It's the Philly cheesesteak burrito.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
You just got Chris's attention.
Yeah.
Chris is behind the camera for anybody watching.
Yeah, so we decided to ditch the roll and put it in a homemade tortilla. So it's shaved ribeye, caramelized onions, peppers, a homemade queso, brown rice, black bean sofrito, pico, and guac.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So is it a really straightforward, simple menu? Like, is there going to be vegan options?
There
and
are vegan options. Yeah. So there's two. What I think are
not
pretty,
that I'm a vegan
pretty
or
unique.
Clearly.
He's like, not that I care at all.
Well, just in case the listeners are, oh no, I don't eat meat.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm sure everybody now is familiar with the Beyond Burger and the Impossible Burger and the those types of proteins that simulate actual animal product. We'll actually be using that as I always call it the Ortega taco, where the ground beef and the shredded lettuce and tomatoes and taco sauce. So we'll actually be using the Beyond Burger as one of the proteins that's available to put in the burrito. And then another cool thing is we're taking Kennett Square mushrooms and turning it into portobello barbacoa. So 100% vegan, vegetarian, right from Pennsylvania. Best mushrooms you can get.
I have a question. Being Mexican and live from California, are you guys going to do a wet burrito?
Not yet, but we do have a lot of different sauces that you can get in it, on top of it, whatever your prerogative is.
Yeah, that's so good. The wet burrito. Have you guys ever had a wet burrito?
I have.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It is
so
pretty
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
Just
For those who
Just putting
don't
it out
know, it's your burrito, then with like heavy sauces, melted cheese, and stuff on the top, right?
Yeah, well, or like traditional Mexican restaurants, they'll make the burrito and then they'll put enchilada sauce all over
That's
it.
what it is, yeah.
And then some cheese, sprinkles some cheese, and then pop it like in a quick oven. It kind of makes the outside a little crispy.
Do you guys press your burritos on a hot grill at all? You know, get a little...
We actually, so we're anticipating opening sometime early next week. That is something that we have yet to decide. So we're all ears if people like your burritos toasted or not.
I definitely am a toasted tortilla person.
I like that, yeah. I like when the inside's got a little
It sounds
soft.
like you already need to open up a second location in Rittenhouse.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah.
Hey, let's be able to get these all
Yeah.
over.
How long is the Manhattan Bagel lease? I'm just kidding.
We love you, Manhattan Bagel. Don't listen to Steve.
No, I'm just kidding. I love it too. I love it too. Sorry, Manhattan. It was just a joke.
No, but it is
funny.
interesting. Philly's like a city of neighborhoods, so it is like, you know, you live, work, eat, and somewhere, and
for sure.
It's hard to kind of travel off to a different part of the city, even though it's literally 10 blocks away. We should all be ashamed.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Here I am, like I'll Uber there and back.
Yeah. Like,
That's so LA to say.
it really is.
I'll drive everywhere.
So, John, is Roots right now, is this what you're doing in Westchester, or is this a totally different concept, the Roots Cafe?
This is a totally different concept. So our restaurant in Westchester has been there for about 8 years. My partner and I purchased it about a year and 8 months ago. So, you know, we saw a need in Westchester. You know, they were doing some cool stuff, you know, before we were there. My partner and I are both chefs. We've been executive chefs at a couple different places in the area. We saw a need and we filled the need, and we have, you know, a lot of great fans and guests, and we've been doing a lot of really cool stuff and getting a lot of publicity about some of the stuff that we're doing up there.
And where are you in Westchester?
Right on Gay Street. As soon as you come into Westchester, we're right on the right-hand side next to the Country Bagel.
Oh,
as
I
soon
used
as
to
you
live
come
across from there. Is it above Zook and Realty?
Yeah, we're right there.
If one of you guys were there 5 years ago.
Yeah,
You're right. More like 15 years ago. Don't let him pretend to be
it's
so
just
young.
5 years.
Isn't that like the prime rib or spare rib or something was right there, right?
Yeah, the spare rib used to be right next door. It's a baby boutique right now. But the cool thing is, and just everything comes around, is that when the daughter of the owner of the spare rib actually works for us and is our like rock star server.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's awesome.
So cool.
Did you collaborate with the Harrisburg Midtown Art Center?
I am, yes.
Or you're doing it now?
Yep, I'm doing that right now.
I stalked you, so I found that on the internet.
Okay, yeah. So that's one of our contacts through the consulting.
Yeah, because
so
they're completely redoing it, right?
We're
It was
redoing
an
in the entire
old
brand.
Jewish community center, then became like a workout place for cops. I read the whole history on it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then now it's like this kind of really cool events place.
Yep. Yeah, they had a little bit of a rocky couple of years, but, you know, we're going in, we're rebranding it, you know, putting our food in there, our recipes, our chefs. You know, I'll be up there all
It's called
next
the
week.
Green Room?
It's called the Green Room, yep.
Yeah.
And it'll be a Creole New Orleans style restaurant. So
Oh yeah, let me just share with you what I read.
Okay,
you can get a
please do.
lobster roll.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong, and you can
Yep.
you can add caviar.
Yep.
CBD aioli
Yep.
and truffles.
Yep.
Are you
Sounds like a winner.
sorry, I'm like
Where is
slowly
this?
watering.
Where is this?
It's the Harrisburg Midtown Arts Center.
Is that in Philadelphia?
No, it's up in Harrisburg. Yeah.
and you're
Called Harrisburg,
and you're doing a
we have-
CBD cheesesteak topped
Yep.
with eggs.
Yep. Yeah.
Or
So
cheesesteak. Yeah, cheesesteak. I
It's
almost
actually
said
called the
cheesesteak.
Antidote. Yeah. So we have it up
Cheesesteak.
at our restaurant in Roots, and we were just on Fox yesterday for it.
That's
Awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
good.
what's the official? You guys open? You said next week.
Yeah, we're pushing for this upcoming Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, so we're going to have our friends and family hopefully Thursday, Friday night this week, and then we want to work through all of our kinks before we open the doors, because we do want everybody to come in and really experience the best burrito they've ever had.
What are some of the outlets that people can follow you and your restaurants, and obviously this new Bonito Burrito?
Yeah.
All the major ones: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
What's your name? Same handle? What's your handle?
You know, this is actually embarrassing. My partner does all of it.
That's
So I actually don't know.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You don't know.
I know
you're
it's
too busy making awesome burritos.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody's
And
has to do the
cheesesteaks,
Facebook and
yeah.
the Instagram
Bonito
stuff.
JT.
Yeah, there you go.
You know that we can look it up for you. Is it Roots Cafe?
I think it's Roots Cafe WC.
You know, being in Philadelphia called the Roots Cafe, you should probably get the Roots to open up for you.
Cool. In
Grand
Westchester,
opening.
yeah.
Now we're see we'll get the Roots to play up at HMAC.
All right, guys, they are Roots_Cafe. Their food looks bomb. Michelle looks like we're going there this
When's it
weekend.
opening again?
Bonito Burrito's opening up on hopefully Monday or Tuesday.
Yep.
Bonito Burrito.
Diet's out the window.
Yo
Yeah.
necesito bonito burrito.
Necesito.
Well, John, thank you so much for being here. We're super excited for it. We love Mexican food. Michelle's salivating as she's like,
I mean, I love local,
yeah.
well-procured ingredients. So
Support local farms, support great food, right?
yeah, that's right.
Fresh.
It's important.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
All right, guys, we'll be back right after this. Once again, check out Roots_Cafe. Coming to Philly. We'll be back to Style Club Radio right after these words.
Now back to Style Club Radio with Josh DeMarco, Steve Sanchez, and Michelle Miller.
We're back, and we are going to introduce our next guest. I'm very, very excited. Desaree Jones is the interim ED at Sky Community Partners. They're one of the most incredible nonprofit organizations in the region. And just like I like to say that we need to invest in local economy, we also need to invest in the amazing organizations serving our local economy and the people in it. So welcome, Desaree.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So tell our audience a little bit about some of the things that Sky Community Partners does specifically.
Okay. We are a nonprofit organization that offers scholarships for students grades K through 12, which is a little different. Most people are looking for scholarships for college, but this is for students that live in Philadelphia only, that would like to attend private and schools that are in low performing areas. So that's the bottom line of what we do. But we have some community events, and we have parent programming where we help parents with different activities that they can do for the summer, or help them when they're personal life credit workshops when we team up with some of our sponsors.
That's great. And I feel like you guys have some really interesting ways that you guys are funded, obviously by generosity from individual donors, but you guys participate in the EITC tax credit program, which stands for Educational Improvement Tax Credits, issued by the state of Pennsylvania. What does that really mean?
That's a great question. So EITC was basically started in the state of Pennsylvania that will give students the scholarship money. So we're an organization that is funneled through. But companies are the ones that's asking for the tax credit. So companies, your large companies or your smaller companies can get a tax credit with the state of Pennsylvania. Instead of your tax dollars just going towards the state, you can allocate so many dollars that are approved to go to programs like ours, Sky Community Partners.
I mean, it's really up to
amazing.
90%, you guys. So let's say Stevela Inc. owed the state of Pennsylvania $10,000 in your normal tax liability. Yes. You could donate $9,000 to Sky Community Partners, and that same liability goes for social impact, and the state gives you credit for it. It's pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
Hold on, I'm
really
confused.
Cool. Yeah.
Right? This sounds really like a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
So hold on, if I owe taxes, explain it.
Oh, yeah.
Dumb it down for me.
Okay. We here at Dapper, we're going to owe tax liability at the end of the year to the state of Pennsylvania, right? We pay city taxes here, you pay state taxes, and you pay federal. The state of Pennsylvania has determined that there's a lot of amazing organizations like Sky Community Partners that are doing things to help our students be better and help their education process. So they decided we can't control everything at the state level, so we're going to allocate $150 million for companies and businesses of all sizes to reallocate their state funds. So you have to be approved. Let's say we owe $20,000 in state taxes. We might only get approved to give away 10.
Okay.
And out of that 10, 90% we can donate to an organization that has been deemed for it. So that's Sky Community.
Sky.
Yeah.
So we want you to think about Sky during that time. And it's a tax credit that goes directly to the student, because 80% of the money that come into our program goes directly out in scholarships. The other 20% goes into the programming, the parent program and workshops that we host, and along with some staffing. And we always hire children from the community that's interns, and we are a paid internship program. So those are all. So the money is 100% used for someone here in Philadelphia.
That's amazing.
Wonderful. Yeah,
It is
that's
amazing.
wonderful.
You guys have a great event coming up in September that I'm like such a big fan of. Yes. Can you explain that event to everybody a little bit?
So in September is basically our kickoff. We have 100 plus students. We invite the students, the schools. We have Friends of Sky. So if you're not a student, you want to just be a friend of Sky. The Friends of Sky and our donors will all come out to give out the scholarships. And what's miraculous for this year, we actually are going to provide scholarships to everyone who applied.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that's amazing.
Wow,
that's amazing.
That's wonderful. I have a question.
Yes.
When I went on the site, there was also something that talked about that you really focus on education and health.
Yes.
Like, how does that kind of play a role in what you're doing?
So the parent workshops, some of them are built around health activities. For example, what to pack for lunch, because a lot of parents may not have the time and understanding the importance of lunch. Yeah. That was one part of it. And then in the spring, we have a 5K run where we raise funds to give to Jefferson Hospital for cancer awareness and research. So we actually have the 5K run, and we have workout classes throughout the day. And it has a cost connected to it, but it's free. And when people want to come out from the community and they just want to take part in the classes and walk, we're not going to say you didn't pay. So please join us. But all the funds that are raised, a portion goes to cancer research.
And it's really specifically around some of the health issues that are disproportionately affecting some of the communities that we have in the city, right? That,
yes. Pancreatic cancer. Mm-hmm. It goes into pancreatic cancer because it's in our inner cities. It's not a large amount of funds that go towards it, and there's not more research that needs to be done. And Jefferson has a great program around it, so they are our key partners, and we explain like how it affects everyday lives and people here in the inner city.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it sounds like a great organization, especially when you hear about, the news every day. How you have these multi-billion-dollar companies don't pay any taxes.
Right.
Right? It's great to hear that.
Amazon, we're talking about you.
Blasted. But I mean, it really is. It's great to know that there are nonprofits and true organizations that really care about their communities and helping out people in the communities. Yes. And it's something, like you even said, that people take for granted, the fact that what's healthy or what's not healthy.
Yes.
Not everyone knows that, right? So, I mean, it's education, it's knowledge, it's everything. So I think that's great that those two things go together. Good research, Steve.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a really good combination because they're really helping the students to better their lives, but then they're also educating parents, who have these kids in school. And I mean, when parents, I grew up, we didn't have a lot of money, so my mother would just like slap a piece of bologna between two pieces of bread and be like, here you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'd beg and want to trade my lunch for like a Twinkie or something, and everyone's like, hell no. But anyway, that's just it's not healthy eating where it's like you could have much better choices.
And I think no matter where you fall, like Philly has a lot of issues with our public school system. I think that's not a secret. That's not anything that we have to get into right now. But the fact is that we have children right now in these neighborhoods that they need to find success in their lives. Like that's what we need to do as the community to support that. And if that means that we need to donate funds to send them to private school until we can figure out how to fix the public school problem, then I think that is like something that's so noble that you guys are doing because
thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like
That's
such
wonderful.
Important work. Yeah.
So what made you get into this? Was there like a calling? Is it something from the background you've had?
Yes.
Something you've seen?
So I am a public school graduate though. I'm old enough where charter schools wasn't a choice. And actually, I didn't start doing better in school until I had a choice, meaning college. Finding what was best for me. And sometimes kids need choices, and the options that are in our neighborhoods are not always the final choice. And being as though we have options, we're in a great city with millions of people, and we all are not the same, so we all can't be determined to be educated the same. So that is the key part of it. Education should be a choice of what's best for you.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
Well said. Yeah. Agree.
How can people support Sky Community? All these amazing listeners that are going to reach into their pockets to help you guys do what you're doing. Where should they go?
They should visit our website, skycommunitypartners.com. We do have a link. You can go, and we have a Facebook page and a Twitter account, so you can go follow us and hear about all our great programming. The program is open to the public majority of the time, so that stuff will be posted on the site for the year. There's programs once a month. We have, like you said, Stars in the Sky in November. So all those items are on our website, and looking forward to meeting new people. So come out and enjoy us and meet the kids. That's the number one thing.
That's wonderful. I'm really excited.
Desaree.
Yes.
By the way, I've never met someone Desaree. I like that because I've known like two Desarees.
Right. So my dad thought he was creative. Yeah, he was like, "Your name is Desaree. Correct everyone."
And he's giving you a life full of it's not Desaree, right?
Yes. And I was born in the 70s, so it means to desire. My middle name is Kira, and that means peace. So desire peace is my name.
Beautiful.
So your parents were very creative.
Yeah.
Actually, shout out to your dad, Mr.
Yeah, my dad, Kenny Green.
Green, shout out.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
We look forward to supporting you guys.
Yeah, Sky
Absolutely.
Community Partners, awesome organization doing very good things for children and just people in the city. So thank you.
Thank
We
you.
need more businesses like you. Or nonprofits, I should say. Not
Nonprofits,
business.
yeah.
Yes.
We need businesses to give.
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you guys. We'll be back right after this break. Style Club Radio with Josh DeMarco, Steve Sanchez, Michelle Miller.
This is Style Club Radio with Josh DeMarco, Steve Sanchez, and Michelle Miller.
All right, if you're listening, you could be watching at Style Club Radio on Facebook and Instagram. And now that we're back, we're going to go into Just the Tip with Steve Sanchez.
Just the tip.
Yeah.
Hey guys, okay, so this tip, it's actually a couple small tips, but again, I'm still obsessed with organizing my closet. I feel like when it's organized, I get ready faster, things are easier, I'm not late, I'm on time to things.
Well, then you must have an unorganized closet.
But I'm getting there. So just learning all these things, doing research, and continue with the whole closet scenario. I really think that it's important, which I did, and it helps a lot, is buy all the same hangers. It actually makes your closet look so much more together and beautiful, and it's only for yourself, because I hope nobody's going in your closet, unless it's your friends or partners or somebody close to you. But you open your closet, it just feels so nice.
Yeah.
I'd like to add to that, though.
And go ahead. Yeah, please.
I was going to say, the thin velvet hangers. I went to uniform hangers a few years ago, and I went to thin velvet ones.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe how much more space I got, too.
Ah, that's great. Well, I just invested in a bunch of white plastic ones. So that was stupid.
Well, Steve, a lot shocking. Guess what color my hangers are?
What?
Black.
Oh.
But it's funny you say that. I am a firm believer that if you are organized, especially in your closet, it brings mental stress down. Like so many things.
Right.
You wake up in the morning and everything's in front of you. So that's a great tip. It really is.
Right.
Michelle and I recently combined closets, and it is beautifully organized.
Well,
so.
and my hangers, I got the white hangers I did a little kind of rearranging, and I did the white plastic hangers for everything that needs to be folded, like all the trousers and bottoms.
Yeah.
But then I got pink hangers, wood hangers, for all like my jackets and shirts.
Oh,
but it's really, so it also separates tops and bottoms, and it's very easy to locate things. And then by color, I even got really crazy. But then the second thing that I just wanted to go into really quickly, that it's so important, and even if you have the smallest closet, this helps, because we moved in, I had a big walk-in, and now we have just like a normal double door slide closet that's not very deep. And lighting. Oh my gosh, we put lighting in it, and it just helps tremendously as far as color matching, all that stuff. Just you could even set it right above the actual doorway, and so it shines down onto the clothes, and it's another huge, huge plus.
And where'd you get your lighting?
It was...
What kind of lighting, I should say?
It's just like a regular little like track light kind of thing, like LED thing.
With like cans?
Yeah, and you just like put it in, and you just shine it right down on the...
Love it.
It's great, and it helps, again, so much.
That is huge. I remember having an armoire in our old place because it wasn't as big, and it was so dark in there I couldn't see what I was taking out. And so we ended up getting one of the, the little stick-on battery-operated lights, push lights, exactly, and it actually made a huge, huge difference.
Yeah, it's really, really helpful. So like I'm into this whole closet mode. Like I want my life to be easier. As far as like getting ready.
Sexy.
So speaking of sexy, the Four Seasons is now open and probably thriving as it should be. What an amazing thing Philadelphia now has. And it's absolutely gorgeous. We went there, we saw it.
Yeah, I've yet to go.
It's breathtaking.
I've seen from your photos, it looks incredible.
I would highly encourage all Philadelphians who have been slowly watching this building erect forever and ever to go there. Whether
it is open to the public.
Bar. It is. It's a little pricey because it's the Four Seasons. I don't think that's a surprise. But they also have a Vernick Coffee Bar, which is on the other side of the hotel entrance on the Comcast side, open to the public. They have some of the best patisseries I've ever had. And
patisseries?
That's like croissants and cookies and they do them fresh twice a day, which I think unless the Four Seasons bankrolling you, I don't know what little cafe could afford to do that, and they're beautiful and delicious and yummy.
Oh, I'm checking it out tomorrow.
Yeah. And then if you want to be real fancy, then you can check out Jean Georges, which is at the top of the Four Seasons, or Vernick Fish. Greg Vernick is a local Philadelphia chef and was selected to do this incredible restaurant at the base floor at the Four Seasons. It's exciting.
So the base floor has a restaurant?
Yep.
And then there's one on the top floor?
Yep, there's Jean Georges, and then they have a bar, so it's almost like 2 levels upstairs, and then a huge Vernick Fish downstairs. And some of his inspiration was from our very own Jersey Shore. So when you get the bill, and you will get the bill, there is...
The fish are from the Jersey Shore?
No, just like some of the inspiration.
No, they're from the Schuylkill.
We're trying to be hyper local, but they give you saltwater taffies, which I know is so nostalgic for people who grew up at the Jersey Shore.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I thought it was so nice to bring that.
Taffy.
Yeah. It's great.
It's great for the city. It is. Right now, I feel like one thing I've seen and just talking to people every day is there's a lot of great organizations, like Sky Media Partners, right? And there's also a lot of great, huge, I don't want to say corporations, but what would you call it? Four Seasons?
It's a corporation.
Well, okay, but also coming in and using a lot of local talent inside there, right? Provided tons of jobs for the city with unions.
Over 550 permanent jobs at the Four Seasons.
And now it also helps elevate Philadelphia, as we should, So it's great for the city, and I highly recommend everyone check it out.
And like we say here on this show so often, it's important to shop local, support local. Our economy here is just as important as it is everywhere else. And to support big businesses and small businesses and community partners, it helps us flourish and thrive. I tried to combine those words into one word. Maybe we make up a new word.
Yeah, we'll make up a new word. Fluoride.
Fluoride.
That sounds like fluoride.
Well, that's good for your teeth, I hear.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, again, next week's Made in America, so make sure you get out and check it out. Just because you didn't. Hey, I'll be there. I'm going to go there. I'm going to learn these bands, right? Because I have to stay young.
It takes a note to report back. I'm not standing in that crowd.
So I'll be with Steve maybe at the Four Seasons.
You guys can watch the actual concert from the Four Seasons in the air conditioning.
What we're going to do.
Perfect.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us. Thank you to our wonderful guests. Michelle, what would you like to say?
Bye.
That's Steve Love's tag.
Bye. Thanks for listening, you guys.
Tag. Bye, everyone.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again for joining in the Style Club Radio, and we'll see you next week. From Josh, Steve and Michelle. Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
This program is a paid commercial announcement and in no way represents the views of WPHT or its management.